Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for the channel. Now, if you were here last year, if you've been subscribed for a little while, you will know that I used to rank my favorite anime from every season. I'd go to the end of the season, I'd tell you, this was my favorite of the season, this was my least favorite, so on. I'm not going to do that in 2025 because what I ran into was whenever I got to fall, I didn't want to tell you what my favorite anime was because I would be spoiling my ranking at the end of the year. So to avoid that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, after a few weeks have gone by, I'm going to tell you what I'm actively watching, what I have enjoyed watching so far, as well as some things that I plan on watching. This gives me a way to kind of tell you, hey, I've watched these, this is what I think about them, and because of my unique taste, it may be some shows that you may not be watching. And then you in the comments or wherever, you can tell me, hey, you didn't mention this anime, you should check it out. That is just helpful for everybody. Now, I'm not a person that is going to recommend you dozens and dozens and dozens of anime. I don't really watch anime like that. I like to watch a group of about maybe 3 to 8 max a season, no more than that, because if you go over that, then it's just so, you can't watch anything that's older. You basically are only watching seasonals. Like, you go home, you gotta watch seasonals. I don't like to do that. So yes, I'm not going to mention that many, but this is what I'm watching, this is what I've been enjoying. So here you go. Let's start out with the one that is by far my favorite of the season, by far my favorite from last year, The Apothecary Diaries. It is back for season 2. There is currently only one episode out as of recording this, but I am really enjoying where it has gone so far. We only are one episode in, but the common hijinks are already back, so I'm very much enjoying it. There are some storylines that have been teased in like the OP and some little things that I think will be interesting. Hopefully that continues. Season 1 was really fun. I really enjoyed where season 1 went. I loved Mao Mao. So hopefully it continues that trend and we get some really cool storylines going into season 2. It is 2 cores, so it'll be back again whenever I talk about the spring anime I'm watching. Then I'll be like, hey, still watching Apothecary Diaries. So there you go. Not a whole lot to say on it because I already talked a lot about how much I love season 1 whenever I did the ranking for 2024. So I'm not going to really bother talking much more about it. But yeah, I really, really, really like The Apothecary Diaries. Really excited for season 2. If you have not watched season 1, highly recommend it. My favorite anime from last year. Now to go ahead and get the spoiler ones out of the way because I put items here. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, season 2. So season 1 came out back in 2023. 2025 is here, and we have season 2 now. This is the Japanese Blu-ray, by the way. I did buy that, and I really like this because it's got all of the girls from season 1 on the covers and everything. Really cool. I will be buying season 2 as soon as they put it up for sale. Hopefully they continue that with more girlfriends. But this is pretty much like the wackiest rom-com you will ever see. I know season 1 had 6 girlfriends. We are already 1 in 1 episode, so we're up to 7. There's 100 total, assumingly, and we are going to be multiple seasons with this. Does this get fully adapted? I don't know. I would love to see it eventually get that way. I know it's very popular, so I hope that they are able to continue this, season 3, season 4, whatever. But let's see. I do enjoy it. I think it's very fun. I have not read the manga, despite owning a few of them. I've read I read volume 1, but that's what I've already know what happened. So I don't know anything that's going to happen. I kind of know some of the random girlfriends he's going to get, so it will be fun this season. I am looking forward to watching this one, but not like, this is not one that I'm like, oh, this is going to be anime of the year. No, this is going to be a fun one that I'm excited to watch. All right, that is it for the season 2 stuff, and this is kind of where I like to get to the ones that I'm really excited to tell you about. Which the first one here you probably have already heard about, Sakamoto Days. This one, for some reason, was getting a little bit of hate. Why, I don't know. Because it's really charming. There's only one episode out so far. This will go up on Friday, so Saturday is when the season or episode 2 will come out. I feel like this could be a really, really good series, but I also feel like this could end up being a very forgettable series. I've heard the manga is very popular. We will see. It is on Netflix, and I will say episode 1 was very fun, but I will say that, like, Spy Family, which I think is comparable to this, Spy Family started off very, very fun, and then it had some low points, then it gets better, then it gets low, then it gets better, and with Sakamoto Days, I don't really want that. I want it to consistently be pretty good, maybe getting better. I want that, and cross your fingers that it will do that. I do think that the characters are very interesting. I hope we get some good development on them. I hope it's not just funny hijinks all season long. That's fun sometimes, like with this, but sometimes you're like, okay, well, this is a really interesting concept. I want to know more about these characters in a more personal way. So I hope they do that as well. I would imagine they will. I believe it's only 12 episodes, so we'll see. We'll see. The next one here, Okitsura. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But this series, like, you probably have never heard of this unless you are really watching anime. And if you are, you know that this is a really cool anime. It's not cool, but you know, you get what I'm saying. But this series is about a boy who moved to Okinawa, and whenever he did, there is a dialect there that is almost like a country accent that is very hard to understand, and they have, you know, phrases that they use there that aren't necessarily, you know, proper Japanese. And so when he moves there, he does not understand this girl that he has a crush on. Whenever I heard this idea of this show, I thought, well, that is cute. I am really interested in this, because I almost was like, that's a Komi Can't Communicate type series. That's going to be really fun, and nothing more than that. But what shocked me is the main girl is not the girl we can't understand. It's another girl that translates this girl for the main character. And that girl is so charming. I love her so much. I want her to get everything she wants. The first 2 episodes are very, very cute. Yes, it's nothing like pushing the boundaries on storytelling, but this is a really, really cute series. I love it so much already. There's 2 episodes out so far. It's on Crunchyroll if you want to go check it out. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed if you like the type of, you know, slice of life, you know, rom-com type thing. You'll have a great time with this series. Okay, so technically, that's all I've watched. I know, I said I don't watch that many anime for seasonals. What I do is I make a list of anime that I think are really cool, and I add them to my watch list, I add them to a list, and then I go back, and then I watch them later, or I see, did other people say they were really good? If they did, I'll go check them out, and if they don't, then I'll probably skip on them, at least for now. Here's a few of those, starting with the one that I really, really, really wanted to watch as it came out, but I can't, and I'll explain why. Medalist. I hate that I can't watch this as it releases. I could, but what I did is I have Disney Plus. Disney Plus, Disney got it. They got the streaming rights for this show. I hate that because we'll never get an English Blu-ray of it. The dub will never get a Blu-ray, but that's besides the point. So what I did though was I went on Disney Plus and I bought the Disney Plus Hulu bundle. Great. Just because you buy that bundle does not mean you get everything on Hulu, because it does not include the sub version of Medalist. It includes only the dub version of Medalist. And you might say, well, just watch the dub version. I don't like to originally watch my anime in dub. I like to watch it first time in sub, If I want to rewatch it, I rewatch it in dub just to see the differences. It's still the same thing, but I like to see the differences. But I can't because I already spent money on this stupid bundle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until March, which is January to March is the winter season. I'm going to wait till March, buy Hulu, then during that free trial period, watch Medalist. And then once that's done, I'm going to cancel Hulu. Because I already looked through the Hulu library, there's not enough there to warrant me having it for 3 months. Sorry, I don't care. But if you have a Hulu subscription, I do highly recommend this series. It's one of my favorite manga that I've been reading, so I highly recommend it, but I can't watch it just yet. And for anybody that says, oh, your first mistake was buying or paying for anime. Listen, I want to watch it on TV. I don't care to spend $11. It's just simply, I don't want to spend $33. I'd much rather spend $11. And I don't have to bother with watching it on my phone, watching it on my computer. And I know you can say, we'll just screen share. Don't want to go through all the process. I just want to be able to click a button and there it goes. Is that complicated for me? Sure, but it's not your problem. Sorry. So here is the rest of the shows that I've added to my list so far that I think are interesting, but I don't really know a lot about, or I just haven't watched yet, but I plan to soon. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Seemingly this is like a elf lady that gets transported to Japan. Seems fun. It's kind of isekai, but might be kind of fun. Thinking about checking it out. Simply, I decided to add this to the list because somebody made the joke that it's Amelia in an isekai, and I find that kind of funny. Honey Lemon Soda. Heard a lot about this series. Don't really know a lot about this series, but I've heard a lot about it, and I'm really interested in checking it out. If any of you have ever read this series or watched some of the anime that's out already, let me know what you think, because this is one that it's very popular, but I've also not heard whether or not the anime is very good. Really, nobody's talking about the anime. Zensu. No idea what this is about. Gonna be completely honest with you, have no idea what this is about. But that poster looks really, really cool. Gonna definitely check this out. Don't really want to know anything about it. Just gonna check it out. It's one that I probably will start later in the season, but definitely will check this out. Medaka Kuriwa is impervious to my charms. I think I said that right. Probably not. This looks like a fun, just kind of romance series. It's about a girl that is like the really popular girl in school. Boy moves into the school, doesn't care about her, and that bothers her, so now she's trying to win him over. I'll be honest, the only reason that this one is like on this list at all, I will add some like this to these lists, but it kind of goes to the bottom, and I don't really care about it. Probably will never get to it. The reason this one is on here is because I have seen so many pictures of her not wearing a shirt and just her bra and everything. And I don't know why there is so many, because there's only like 2 episodes out, but I don't think this girl wears a shirt half the time. And the only images I have of her wearing a shirt, she is showing off her armpit. This has got to be good. Like, this just seems like this is like chaotic energy that I'm getting off like this series. Gotta check this out. Even though it probably is not that good, gotta check it out. I'm Getting Married to the Girl I Hate in My Class. This kind of gives me those more than a married couple but not lovers type show. Don't know if it's the same thing. Don't know if it's anywhere similar to concept, but it seems really fun. Gonna probably check this out, but it seems fun. And finally, Behenko, the elf girl's cat, is secretly an S-ranked monster. So, if you ever remember that anime that came out like a year or 2 ago, My Life as a Nukai-san's dog, to where basically him and this girl from his class, he turns into a dog, and then him and the girl from his class that he really liked, it's a really popular girl, they do messed up stuff while he's a dog. That is this series, but if he was a cat. that's high quality content. That is on High Dive. I am definitely going to be watching that simply because of how insane it sounds. So that is it. Like I said, this is a different type of video that I didn't really do last year. I don't know if it's interesting. I know I don't have a lot to say on some of these because I haven't watched them. That's the thing with doing something at the end of the season. I can tell you, hey, I've already watched it. I know exactly what happens. Whenever I tell you, hey, this is what I might watch at the beginning of the season, then to you it might be like, well, you're not telling me anything about it. I don't know anything about it. That's the joy of, hey, this is what I am watching, what I might watch. Tell me what you're going to watch. I'd love to know. Do you watch the one where the cat wants to breed the female elf lady? Are you watching the Apothecary Diaries, which also has a cat in it, but that cat does not want to breed Meow Meow? But let me know, because I am really interested in seeing what you guys are watching and what you guys think of winter 2025 so far. But anyway, I will be back with more videos very, very soon, as well as in the future, we'll be doing more of these if you like them. So let me know what you thought of this video. Do you think there should be changes to it? Should I talk about every anime that's airing this season? I probably can't do that. There's like 40, but still, let me know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.